Kentucky Gameplay! KGP back on demand. The fans are rising up in the stands, clapping hands for return of the fam. Tuning in, you gon' remember the plan. It's Mac Black, he's back with Adrian. They had to teach y'all about that game again. Them interviews the biggest names again. Them views are coming out with flames again. Kentucky Game Plan, come on in. We playing to win. And now, direct from KGP Studios, your hosts of the Kentucky Game Plan, Adrian and Mac Black.
Trap down here in the studio.
Yeah.
We're not actually trapped, but on a serious note, we're all going through some things right now. This is a huge pandemic that the whole world's involved in.
Correct.
Started in China, moved over into Europe. Italy was number one as far as the death toll, but we've exceeded that by 100,000.
Yeah, we're
and it was just 800,000 yesterday, or 2 days, but now we're over 100,000. This is getting really serious, people. I'm not a germaphobe, but I've been washing my hands. And those who aren't washing their hands, wash your hands, wash your hands, wash your hands. My hands are so dry right now, like sandpaper. I can sand paint off your walls. They're so dry.
Let's not do that.
No, I'm just saying, but I've been washing my hands so much, and I've always washed my hands.
Right.
But now it's just like every 5 minutes I'm washing my hands.
Just don't get into the trend of licking toilets. I think you'll be okay.
No, never that.
Just saying.
Never that. People are stupid. The internet has been good and bad. As far as supplying news and keeping everybody updated, cool. But there's a lot of conspiracy theories floating around. I believe some of them, but we're not going to get into that. That's a different show if we want to talk about that.
It's a totally different level of show.
But this is affecting everybody. And we're just here in Louisville, so Indiana is a little worse off than us. They're at
what's the numbers?
24 deaths and over 981 cases.
Indiana.
That's Indiana.
Okay.
Governor Holcomb had called in the National Guard for help.
Yeah.
He's got the bars and the restaurants open for pickup only. He wants people in. It's almost like a 24-hour thing with them. I'm going to say lockdown because people can go out. You can get your exercise, walk, whatever. Go to your grocery, whatever. Come back home.
Yeah.
They're starting to take the rims down around here in Louisville. This social distancing thing is really serious.
Yeah.
All the parks. There's a number you call 311. If you see a gathering of over 10 people, you're supposed to call and say, hey, they're not practicing social distancing, which is serious because yesterday I went out for a walk and I'm going up the sidewalk. Lady's walking her dog and she's probably 30 feet from me, sees me coming, crosses over to the other street. So I walked past another lady and her daughter. They were pulling a wagon and had their dog with them and they got all the way over in the grass.
Right.
I'm like, wow, okay. Which I get it. Because I was playing the little sidewalk dodging thing too.
Right.
So
it's like a hopscotch with sidewalk.
In a sense. But it's getting crazy. Walgreens.
Yeah.
Kroger, everything 6 feet.
And they're putting up those window things. Correct?
Sneeze shields.
Yeah, there we go.
So which good. But the tape on the floor in Walgreens, it's measured 6 feet.
It's marked off. Okay,
yeah, so when you get in line,
I see.
you're 6 feet from the person in front of you. And that person in line is 6 feet from them. So social distancing is very important. We need to practice it. I think it's a younger crowd of people who really don't care.
Well,
if they would start to pay attention, take heed of this, and do what we're supposed to do, we could probably get past this a little quicker.
Correct.
Another information here, people say, oh, heat can kill this, UV rays can kill it on your skin, this and that.
No.
All fake news, as your president would say.
All
fake news because it's
a virus.
It is, and this virus here is not as strong as influenza. I'm gonna say it's stronger, but it spreads faster.
There you go.
It spreads faster than influenza. So with it spreading so fast, we can't get a hand on it.
Correct.
So every day you wake up, death toll has risen, the cases have risen, and now with the pull-up testing facilities they're about to put at, was it U of L?
Mm-hmm. A couple places.
And then
Yeah,
some of the other physician offices, you'll be able to go in and get tested. And I really think people are going to blow that out of proportion in a sense, because everybody's scared right now. And with the news and social media, they're just instilling fear in everybody. You know, they're making it worse.
I agree. Well, I mean, that's just the internet in general.
That's their job, to instill fear in people.
Well, I mean, it's
and
easy to strike fear.
Right, and
So,
I'm not scared, but I'm starting to get a little bit more worried than I was before.
right. Well, you know, hey, United States of America, right?
Yeah,
Let's not forget the first word.
United.
You know, it's United.
But let me not get religious on y'all real quick, but I feel like this is God's way of saying, look, I'm in control here still. Y'all ignoring me, I'm in control. I'm letting you know that you all are ignoring, you know, simple things in life. You're ignoring your family because you're too caught up in work and you're too caught up in social media, texting.
Sure.
Nobody talks anymore.
No?
It's all through text. Nobody sits down and has dinner anymore as far as the family.
As far as the
Everybody's
group?
scattered
Correct.
here,
Correct.
here, and here. I seen a posting on Instagram. We've been stripped of the malls. We've been stripped of movie theaters. We've been stripped of stores. We've been stripped of, you know, being able to go into parks and do this and do that. And this is a thing of, back to what I was saying a few minutes ago, Lord's way of saying, hey, pay attention to what I've given you, the simple things in life, your family, your home. And guess what? We're starting to pay more attention to that because we can't go out and do what we did, almost a month ago.
Yeah.
We can't we can't just go to the mall and hang out, or we can't just go shopping like we want to. Buy groceries, which essentials, you know, it's one of the essential stores that Governor Beshear has allowed to be open.
Right.
Which I'm thankful for that.
Oh, yeah.
Post office, I'm thankful for. Gas stations, hardware store, all that. So I really feel like we need to pay attention and realize all the stuff we take for granted.
No, I agree. There's a thing I want to say it was Instagram I saw. Somebody wrote COVID-19. Left my room for the first time. Went downstairs and visited my family. They seemed like nice people. Really?
Right.
Like, wow. Like, this is where we're at?
The quarantine
Like,
thing.
this is the people you live with.
Right.
It's not like people you see at work
And
or
some
whatever.
people are still not,
Right.
you know, you're home with your family, still on social media. Yeah, I get on Instagram, I look.
Twitter.
If I get notifications, I'll check them out. That's just
Facebook.
part of what it is. But people are ignoring the simple things in life. Being able to go outside, and the past few days have been beautiful outside.
Oh, it's been great.
The air is good. You see a lot of people out walking their dogs.
Mm-hmm.
You see people out running. And that's really all you see out. Those people who are just in their cars, you know, got places to go. But everything being closed, and it's kind of weird. It's almost like a ghost town in a sense. But
yeah,
people are ignoring all that. But now is the time, with all this downtime we have, myself, I found so much to do. I'm not bored.
No.
I've gone through stuff and found stuff I forgot I had, collectible stuff that I've collected over the years I forgot I had. I found I have a ton of movies I went through, watched some of them. Just so much. So the stuff that you don't get to do because you're working all the time.
Caught up
In the hustle bustle of this, and that. And then finally we get downtime, we get a chance to breathe. It's like this is giving the earth a chance to breathe.
Sure.
In a sense. It's
Sure.
like, okay, when you're moving too fast in life, I think God slows you down.
Oh, you overlook so much.
You do. And then he brings it back to your attention. Hey, you got a family. Hey, you're neglecting your kids. Or hey, you don't spend enough time doing this or that.
Right. Small things.
Small things, that's what counts right now. So this is supposed to be, you know, a unity thing. But in a sense, I still feel like it's driving people apart at the same time because you're not allowed to be around people.
Mm-hmm.
The gyms are closed.
Well, like you said, the basketball courts,
right,
the gyms,
and I've been doing
parks.
a couple of Under Armour workouts. They got, social media. Everybody's been posting different workouts you can do at home.
Right, I've seen some of those.
And some of them are ass kickers. I ain't gonna lie. I jumped in to say, let's try this.
Right.
So I've been off and on with that. So it helps me pass my time and stay in shape because keep your immune system up. You have to move around.
Mm-hmm.
You got to get some type of exercise where you got walking, your vitamins, eating. A lot of people are stuck in the house and they're eating because they have nothing to do. So
they're eating healthier.
Some are eating healthier, some are just eating.
That's the
right.
A point too. A lot of these restaurants being closed.
Right.
So now you're stuck at home, and now you got to get online and look at, what can I cook? Because I'm used to eating out at McDonald's and Arby's and Taco Bell and all that stuff.
Well, keep in mind, drive-thrus, those places are still open.
Correct, but a lot of people are kind of scared, in general, as they should be, of just going out of the house, not even really visiting drive-thrus or whatever.
This gives you time to cook, because remember, you're busy, get home from work, you don't feel like cooking.
Right.
Like you said, you get your fast food places easier. It's just
convenience.
Right.
Yeah.
I mean, that's the word I was looking for, convenience. So now it's gives you time to cook for your family. Go outside and barbecue.
Yeah, now it's perfect weather. Yeah, I agree.
There's so much you could be doing. So my thing is, don't pay too much to social media and all the stuff, because the media will have you scared and thinking stupid and doing stupid things. At the same time, you want to keep up with it, but just limit your time on social media.
Sure.
And because everything,
you got to check in.
Right, you have to, but everything is just coronavirus. Where you turn, and I'm getting tired of hearing about it, but at the same time, I know it's serious.
Correct.
And it's affected me, it's affected everybody. Not trying to sound selfish, but like I said, schools are closed. I think kids are getting restless. They're out doing, I've heard reports about kids out doing a few things they shouldn't be doing. That could become an issue.
That could be a major issue.
The police have put out a memorandum saying, hey, we're not taking any hit-and-run calls, any burglary calls, any public intoxication calls. Unless somebody, I guess, is murdered or something super serious,
right?
They're going to respond to it. But anything else, they're not going to respond to it. So, you got people that do like to do stupid things, or they're bored. Oh, let's go out and do this. It gives them, free will to green light. Hey, let's go cause some trouble.
You said it, the green light to do stupid things.
Right, and I don't know. It's bad, and I don't know when it's going to get better. I mean, you got everything postponed. Sports is gone.
Sports, yes, in general, is gone.
The only thing you have popping is NFL, the trade and stuff.
Right.
No March Madness, but around this time we're watching March Madness.
No NBA.
Playoffs. No playoffs. Louisville City soccer has been suspended for a minimum of 30 days, which could be longer. We're supposed to see them play in their new stadium.
Right.
Not going to happen now. Louisville Bats season delayed.
Yeah. Major League Baseball delayed.
Major League Baseball, soccer, the pro soccer.
Right.
Rolling Stones concert postponed. There's so many different events going on right now. And
the Derby.
And this is the second time in history Derby's been postponed or pushed back.
Correct.
I think the first time was around World War II or so.
Yeah.
But everything's pushed back to the fall. So we got everything going in the fall. The fall's going to be super busy. There's going to be so much to do.
And here's what I'm afraid of. It's going to be too much. And what I'm saying is this the point where it's going to be too many people now that they've been locked away with this COVID-19, and now they get to go out, but now they're restless.
Yeah.
So they're going to be really anxious and kind of scared to a sense, But at the same time, like, now you're sticking all these thousands of people in areas.
Well, people are still going to be cautious. I know I will. Well, when they say they got a hand on it's died down, China's back to work.
Right, I did see that.
They're
a lot
back
of cities
to work.
in China are back to normal.
they're not having any more
6 to 7 months.
cases or outbreaks. They're finding
Yeah, and we're talking like 6 to 7 months from the first outbreak.
right.
Now we're 6, 7 months later, we're better, and everybody thinks the U.S.
And
is
we're
just
not
going to get
going-
better in weeks.
And we're not going
Not
to
even close.
get back after Easter. That's not going to happen.
I don't see
It shouldn't
anything.
happen.
I don't see anything getting back to normal within the U.S. till June.
I can see June, maybe even July.
Yeah, honestly.
So
And I
that's
hate to say that.
closer to fall, but
Right.
and I hate to spend my summer indoors. You know, I love the summertime. It's my
Yeah.
season.
It is.
But-
It's your season.
Going back to the whole thing of everybody trapped inside, and then the rest is they're rushing out. I really feel like money needs to be made up for one. So you're gonna have all these events, they're losing money. So we can postpone or push them back. Will people come out and do this?
Well, that's, yeah. That's,
I think they
fear
will,
factor's
because
still there.
everybody's. They'll be cautious, I believe, but some people they're gonna come right out and be like, "Oh, it's over."
Right.
You know, oh, we can get out, we can go do this again. But I really feel like that we'll get through it.
Yeah.
What's
well,
the thing of people
United, right?
playing their part?
Well, that's the thing. Everybody's going to do their part. And don't be stupid. Don't think you're better than anybody else. Follow the rules. Stay engaged with, with the media and understand of what not to do and what to do. I think everybody will be all right.
Some of these retailers like Kroger, Walgreens, Walmart,
Yeah.
scaling back hours.
Have to.
But at the same time, they're all hiring. They have tons of positions. CVS has positions. They're
Walgreens.
$500 bonuses for people
Right.
coming to work there, and they keep saying these trucks are on the way. They're coming, and I go to Walmart every week, at least once or twice a week, just to see. I go and pick up something, but I look, especially the toilet paper aisle, it's still blank.
Right.
Still
Right.
blank.
Yeah, no, I agree.
Disinfectant, still blank. But you
And
certain
it will
parts
be.
of certain parts of the store, stock back up. Look again, it's gone. Stock back up. But some of the other stuff that like the essentials that people fighting over toilet paper. What the hell is that about?
Who would have thought?
Toilet paper,
Exactly.
toilet paper.
Sick.
But I'd rather have water than toilet paper.
Yeah.
You know, and everybody's on edge right now. And
Oh, yeah. They've never faced anything.
when
like this.
Academy Sports the other day,
Right.
the gun counter, 15, 20 people deep. You know, they were taking numbers, just standing in line to buy a gun. All their shotguns, long rifles behind the counter, just about gone.
That's crazy.
So you got all these people who were against guns, now they're buying them.
Oh,
Everybody's
Well,
scared
the
because they
fear
don't know.
factor.
They don't know what direction.
correct.
You know, we're losing money over here in the sports industry, the entertainment industry, but guns, Sharman, Scott, all those companies, stakes. Wall Street's back finally.
Yeah.
They were down. I don't know what percentage it was. I don't follow the stocks that close, but you're starting to see rise in the numbers.
Mm-hmm.
Economy starting to shift back to a positive. Stimulus bill signed, approved. People got money coming, which people in the restaurant business, those are the ones I think are suffering the most. Daycare industry, places like that. You got some companies that can't afford to pay their employees, so they're on furlough,
Yeah, your private business.
laid off,
Right.
and
Yeah.
Skechers is one of them. So
We
they
thought-
laid off their people because they can't pay them.
Right.
And Skechers, they were like one of the quickest growing companies out there.
Right. That's what I'm saying. And you think
You
of the
can't
name
pay your
Skechers.
employees? Come on.
Right.
So this relief funds that they've passed through the Senate or whatever to pay people in the restaurant business, help people extend the unemployment, extend their tax filing. I think that's going to help, but it's going to take a little bit of time to get it rolling.
Sure.
I think once it starts rolling, we'll see people spending, But it's going to be a lot of online sales, I believe, because you can't go actually to the retailer and buy what you're looking for online.
Right.
Online. And it's funny to see Target still open. Meijer's still open.
A necessity.
Yeah.
You know, because they have the grocery store.
Right.
So, and they have, you know.
Well, that is true. Target does have groceries.
Right.
And Meijer, too.
Walmart.
Right. But you got Academy Sports is open, but Dick's Sporting Goods is closed.
I think that's a company decision. Yeah.
Well,
I mean,
Dick's has the curbside pickup.
Right.
Like your restaurants do. A lot of places you can call them or email them, send them a DM on Instagram if you're looking for something. Come by, pick it up. I think that's cool. Not a whole lot of social interaction there.
Correct. Not going in
you
stores.
want to do keep the social distancing.
Correct.
On deck. But wash your hands. Use hand sanitizer if you can find it. I just found some hand soap, so I was thankful for that.
There you go.
Still don't have any Lysol spray, so if anybody knows anything, you know, leave a message when we post the show, because I need some Lysol spray. That's the only thing I'm lacking.
I hear you.
But, yeah, it's going to take some time, and don't take it light, because it's serious and it's real.
Yep.
Dead serious.
I got a question for you.
Yes.
Ready to get into some sports?
Sure. There's not much going on except for NFL, but
Yeah.
yeah.
All right. So,
how are you going to ask me a question?
I'm going to ask you a question. I
You
want
should
to
just
answer.
be like, hey.
By the way.
Right, and then get into it.
So, as he was saying, the loss in the economy and all that stuff. So there's obviously a loss in sports. Like we said, the NBA season on hold, NCAA tournaments all canceled.
Right.
NFL, they're saying they're going to still be starting the season at regular time. So the loss in sports as far as the NBA is $466 million.
Ton of money.
NCAA, loss of money, $933 million.
There's more money.
Even more money. Exactly. So that's just the loss in sports alone, not just the economy. So as far as the NBA and the NCAA. Things going on as far as universities around? U of L, UK?
They made all the students leave. They're all online now.
Yeah.
Colleges shut down. Schools are shut down.
Dorms shut down.
Yeah, they made them leave.
Yeah, get out.
So they got to clean. So, but there's college sports. There's people coming in and out.
Yep.
Starting with Louisville.
Yeah, the U of L basketball. Darius Perry, shooting guard. He's going to transfer out of U of L. Some say that he might be headed up north. Who knows?
Yeah.
We'll get into that in a minute.
Yep. Up north.
Up north, yeah. But, yeah, Darius Perry, I think there was a lot more hope in how he was going to play under Chris Mack.
Yeah.
I think it just didn't work out. You know, sometimes you get recruited, it just doesn't work out. I don't care who you are.
Kentucky had the same thing with a couple of players.
Correct. So
with transfers they had, just they're not part of the system.
Exactly. Either you fit the system or you don't. It's not really just because
I
of the
think
player.
some guys they want more time, but they have a hard time showing the coach that they deserve the time. Or sometimes these coaches, I believe, they might look over
yeah.
the players in a sense.
Right.
I don't say they play favoritism, have their own other favorite players, but it's a thing of he's the man, he's doing this, he's doing that, but you know the potential's over here.
Correct.
But you're kind of overlooking it, so they get 2 minutes, 3 minutes here, and usually those guys are like 5-star recruits.
Exactly, 4 and 5 star
All-American, McDonald's All-Americans, and it's like everybody wants to shine.
Oh, sure. You know, you're on that roster for a reason, right?
And everybody has their time to shine, so it's like you got to get in line and prove yourself. It's a fight.
Correct.
You know, and some of these guys out there busting their ass and still don't get any playing time, and I know how they feel.
Right.
You know,
you show up, you work hard in practice,
put in the work,
you make decent grades, you get on the court,
and you still feel like you're looked over.
yeah,
And it's like, what else do I have to give? What else do I got to do to get your attention?
And sometimes it's just, like you said, sometimes guys just don't fall into the system, and
Right.
sometimes guys just don't plan out with the coach. You know, it's always a shot.
But they got a couple guys coming in and take his spot.
Yeah, so UofL basketball also has the number one JUCO prospect commitment, Jay Scrub. He's leaving UofL. He's supposedly going to be the first JUCO prospect since Dante Smith,
Okay.
who played at UofL,
Yeah.
to jump from junior college to the NBA.
Wow.
So,
Good luck to him.
yeah, former
Trey.
Trinity high school player.
Yeah.
So he's local. Playing at John Logan College. He's averaging 22 points a game, shooting 46% from the field.
Pretty solid.
So, yeah, so this might pan out. But I watched some video of this guy. Quick. Super quick.
Yeah.
Like John Wall quick.
Okay.
So, but yeah, also UofL has, like you said, guys coming in. Brad Colbert, 6'2" guard from Loveland, Ohio, averaging 11 points a game. He's coming in. I think this kind of helps the situation with Darius Perry leaving.
Right, taking his spot.
This guy can come in and maybe contribute right away. Also, UofL sent an offer to L. Ellis, the JUCO guard, 6'2" point guard from Tallahassee Community College.
Mm-hmm.
He's also named Player of the Year in the Panhandle Conference this past season. He's averaging 14 points, 4 assists a game. So,
Pretty exciting news for U of L.
yep, it's kind of the rotation of chairs, I guess.
Right.
Guys coming in, guys leaving. Chris Mack just trying to get everybody
Trying to get
together.
the team right. Trying to get it right so they can start the season off and
Right.
be positive on that note. What about the up north situation? There's
Oh,
some
yeah.
stuff going on up north.
Yeah.
I'm sure a lot of y'all already know, but we're going to talk about it anyway. So, what's going on up north?
So up north in the New York area, there is a guy from the New York area who's going to be coaching at
Do
Iona
I need a
University.
drum? Do you need a drum roll?
He's going to be coaching at Iona University. It's going to be the former U of L coach and former U of K coach,
Right.
Rick Pitino. He's
Okay.
headed to Iona University. Some are saying maybe Darius Perry is leaving U of L to go to Iona to play under Pitino.
Okay.
You know, it's a possibility. But Rick Pitino did sign a 3-year deal with Iona. It's been 3 years since he's coached college ball.
Okay.
You know, since the whole FBI investigation for the pay-for-play scandal. Then he went overseas, coached overseas, won a title overseas. He obviously won a title at UK and obviously a title at U of L, but U of L is vacated because of another scandal completely different from the one that was the purpose of him being released from U of L.
Okay.
So,
Well, speaking of the scandal thing, my question is
Sure.
he going to be scandal-free being here?
let's hope.
That's what I want to know.
I mean, this is his last stop. I mean, he's 69, 68 years old.
Okay.
Like I said, signed a 3-year deal. Obviously, it can be extended after the first year. He better. I mean, you don't want to go out the way you've gone out already.
No. And,
you know?
people, you're going to be under the spotlight.
Right. I don't care if it's
Microscope,
Iona
say,
University
it's just going to be like, okay,
or Duke.
what are you going to do here?
Right.
You
Yeah.
know.
I mean, I don't think they're going to be title contenders.
That was my second question.
I think there'll be NCAA tournament teams
Right.
under him. You might see an upset here or there in the second round with his coaching ability over the last 35, 40 years of knowledge. But, you know, he's a winner. He's a Hall of Famer.
Always.
Like I said, U of L, UK, over in Greece. He's a Hall of Fame. He's already in the Hall of Fame coach. Who's to say that, you know, he can't put a program together?
Oh, he's going to
know.
be successful. Like overseas, his team was successful.
Right.
So there's no. He's had 2 NBA jobs.
Correct. Boston.
And he was pretty successful there. But Boston, he had a lot on his plate. He was like the president of operations.
Mm-hmm.
and the coach.
Yeah,
Can you imagine trying to do both
No.
and then still trying to win?
Well, here was my question. When do you have time to sleep?
Right.
I mean, you're the GM and the coach?
I think that's where the age kicked in because he started to look
I mean, the NBA
kind of
season,
bad at one point.
Right. I mean, the NBA season's like 8 months long.
Right.
So it's not like a short season like an NFL.
No rest.
Right. So.
No rest for the wicked.
So yeah, that's Rick P. headed to Iona.
Ricky P.
U of L with all their ins and outs.
Yeah.
There's another university that's got some ins and outs going.
Well, before we get to the ins and outs,
Sure.
what about Mr. Lamar Jackson, former U of L quarterback, star quarterback,
Heisman winner.
Heisman? He's got a little drama going on. Nothing bad, nothing against him, but
No, it's not.
something to do with some lawsuits, I
Yeah,
believe.
some lawsuits going on with Amazon, the
Oh,
conglomerate giant
Yeah.
that it is, next to Google and Disney. I think there you go. Yeah, he's suing Amazon for the rights of his name and likeness and his logos
Mm-hmm.
that he has used with the NFL and his clothing line. Amazon has put out shirts and other material stuff under Amazon's clothing company
Right.
that they own
So basically, they're getting paid.
to use him.
Right.
His name.
And what is he getting out of it?
Nothing. And
Crazy.
that's why he's suing them, because he's getting nothing out of his name, basically. So that's under a lawsuit. Who knows how long that will take? Some say it will be settled out of court and never will be even reached to a federal court. Because when you're facing a giant like that, they don't want any negative
No,
publicity.
no.
So that being said,
They need to get that. They need to jump in front of that expeditiously.
right. So that being
Immediately.
said, it's never going to really hit the court.
Right.
So
Always
Yeah.
something. And he's got his own brand of his own clothing line.
correct.
And I guess it's doing pretty good.
From my understanding, yeah, it's doing pretty well. He's got some shirts, some hoodies, and I think some sweatpants going on. Right
Yeah.
now.
I noticed how he's wearing Nikes now. I mean, Adidas was his shoe, was his outfit in Louisville.
Mm-hmm.
I want to say he coming to the league wearing Adidas as well. He kind of carried over, but the past season I've seen him wearing, Nike, which Nike has control of.
The NFL.
NFL, NBA, Major League Baseball,
Right.
the whole world.
Basically,
but,
sports-wise, yes.
He needs a cleat. He needs an exclusive cleat because
I agree.
dude's doing big things. I would love to design him a cleat.
Well, yeah, with your abilities. Yeah.
I would love to. I've done some little sketches for him.
Mm-hmm.
I did him a casual shoe too, but I didn't put nothing, no labels or nothing on it. But
Right.
like a casual shoe, something cool.
Right.
Wear
Just
with
to go out.
jeans, short, yeah.
Yeah.
So that was something else I came up with. But Lamar, if you're watching, which he probably isn't, but Lamar.
If you know anybody that
if you
knows
know
Lamar.
anybody, oh, you're right. Let him know because I would love to have a conversation. The other university,
Yes.
Kentucky Wildcats, Johnny Juzang
Johnny. Yeah.
is entering the transfer portal. I don't know why. First of all, I'm going to say this.
Sure.
Look at this team at the beginning of the season.
Mm-hmm.
It's kind of hit or miss. They came out hot. They got cooled off by Evansville.
Yeah.
Had just beat the number one team, Michigan State,
right.
and turn around and lose to Evansville.
Which
And
was like not even the top 250.
kids, big head,
Well, yeah.
go in, lost by 3,
Mm-hmm.
and that's a stinger.
Mm-hmm.
3 points. They had, 6 other losses this year? Utah.
Yeah, they finished the season with 7 losses.
Lost to Tennessee once, beat Tennessee once. Ohio State shouldn't have lost that game because Ohio State's crap for real. I mean, they were up here and then they just
really fast.
But yeah, I still wanted to see them play Ohio State again in the tournament. I know they would have kicked their ass. That's what I was waiting on. The South Carolina loss, that lucky shot dude threw up and did a buzzer beater.
I remember seeing that. Yep, I remember watching that game.
Honestly, the only game I'll give them losing, I'll give them the Utah game losing to them.
That's the game I was going to say. Yeah,
And was it Auburn they lost to in overtime?
Yeah.
They shouldn't have lost there either.
No.
But I'll give them Utah, and I'll give them. I'll give them the Tennessee game, which they shouldn't have. They shouldn't have lost, but Tennessee did their thing. I ain't gonna lie.
Well.
They was at home. Tennessee was at home. So, but I give them 2 losses out of the 7. I give them 2. The other 5 they shouldn't have lost. But this team came together right. It just, I don't know what it was. It was like after the Louisville game, I started to see Richards come to life.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
You were seeing him a little bit before that, and I've said before.
And he has since
the potential.
He came in.
The potential is there. No reason he shouldn't be out there dominant big as he is.
Right.
And it's like he would be in the game. This is like his sophomore year. Freshman, I give it to him. You're gonna make freshman mistakes.
Sure.
It's just part of the game. His sophomore year, he would be doing things and then make one little mistake. Cal pulls him out.
Yeah.
You gotta keep him in there and let him learn from that. You're not gonna learn unless you play through it.
Correct.
Now, if he keeps doing stupid things one right after the other, yes, by all means, pull him out, talk to him,
right.
Put somebody else in, take his spot. But Duke came to life and he became a monster.
He did.
Like I knew he was. And then he, I think he inspired the rest of the team. Nate Satina was great leader. In practice, I've watched him.
Yeah.
Great leader. He gets on the team. He's got the guys going. Great facilitator. He's not selfish with the ball. He can shoot the 3. Beast on the inside.
Mm-hmm.
He can rebound. Makes his presence known there. Block shots. All that. All around package. So you had him. And then I think Montgomery started to follow suit when he was seeing Richards come to life and the way Nate was playing. You know, it's like they start feeding off each other.
Well, then
that's
quickly.
what you got to do. Last year, I said, where's Quickly?
I think we said
when
it all
he came
season.
in as a freshman, I'm like, he was talking crap to his Duke players, this and that, and then in the McDonald's All-Star tournaments, he was talking crap to them, and then he finally came to life this year. And then Hagen's, when he turned on last year, and then I was like, man, if he could just have Quickly beside him, and then you add in Maxey.
Right. Yeah, the freshman.
And Jazang, I'm like, when's Cal going to let this dude get out here and play? He can shoot the 3.
Yeah, because I heard so much about his 3-point ability.
And boom, he's out there.
And then he's knocking down, he's knocking down shots.
And then Brooks. Yeah. Brooks came to life.
Yeah, especially what game was it? Where he came off the bench, like in the last 3 minutes.
It was the Florida game, wasn't
Florida. That's it.
The second Florida game.
Yeah, the last 3 minutes.
That's the game they won by 1 point.
That's the game he came in.
And EJ tipped the ball in. They came off the ring. He tipped it in. They had to review it. But see how those guys start playing for each other? Exactly. It's like the stress went away. They start having fun. They start feeding off each other. And that's what they needed.
Oh, I agree.
And everything was running on all cylinders, and then boom, coronavirus. Everything was canceled.
Well,
And Cal told them, hey, the tournament might be canceled. They kept preparing. On the bus, they was like, the season's over. He said when they got back, they went to the gym, they played pickup games, because they knew this was going to be their last time playing together.
Sure.
Can you imagine putting all that work in? I was watching the beginning of the season. Football season was starting up, but it showed them in the gym early.
Right. Practice.
Pulling each other. Hey, man, one more rep. We're not going to get to so-and-so Final Four championship game doing it. Come on, man, we got to get there. And the brotherhood thing of just looking out for each other and making sure they get the extra rep in there, or they make sure they shoot their free throws, or make sure they are playing defense, or competing in practice. Because Maxey and Hagen, so it's like 2 dogs.
Well, like you just said, too, this is probably the best free throw shooting team under Calipari at
and this is their free throw is one of their biggest.
With Hagen's, Quickly, Richards, all those guys, Maxey contributing so much.
Quickly's what?
90%
free throw shooter?
Yeah.
And Richards, look at him shooting free throws.
I mean, he's like 80%, 82%.
But everything was coming together.
Right.
They're about to make a run. They were about
yeah,
to make
I
a
mean-
run. I don't care what you say. They were about to make a run, and I feel like they could have got this one. And I've seen teams do the same thing in the past. Play to Kentucky, come together at the last minute or toward it gets closer to March Madness time. And it's like, I don't know, big disappointment. Not just Kentucky, but a lot of teams.
Well, throughout the NCAA.
Right, a lot of teams.
I mean, U of L, UK, it didn't matter what team you were rooting for.
But
Johnny's biggest game was against Florida.
Yeah.
10 points. That was his biggest game.
Well, my question: why do you think he's leaving? What's the reason you think?
I don't think that he is really part of the rotation of Calipari.
He's not, because, like I was saying a few minutes ago, what took you so long to give him playing time, bringing him in?
Right.
Because
well, it was the departure of Whitney. I think it's what helped bring in more minutes for him.
Right.
So,
but why are you leaving now? You don't want to come back and try this again? And this eligibility thing, this extra year of eligibility, as they're still deciding on that. That should be done to decide.
Well, I agree
Give
with
it
that
to
part.
him.
I agree with that part.
Give it to him.
100%.
Give it to him.
Supposedly Johnny is looking at 2 schools back out west, because I don't say you think he's from California, I want to say. So 2 teams he's looking at is USC and Gonzaga. So you can imagine how good Gonzaga is.
I can see him at Gonzaga, definitely.
Could you imagine having that guy?
Yeah.
Because Gonzaga's always had a good frontline court. Their forwards,
They've
their
always
centers.
had some shooters, too.
But now you bring in a guy like that who could contribute right away.
I wish him all the best. I wish he'd stay a Wildcat, but if you become a Bulldog or was it a Trojan? Trojan or a Bulldog, hey, more power to you. I wish you the best.
Yeah.
Just hate to see him go. But him going, 5-star signee, UK, Brandon Boston.
Yeah.
Out there with Bronny, playing with Bronny. He had a message for BBN. He was like, hey, guys, hate to see the season ending. I know you guys are down right now, but I can't wait to get there and embrace the whole culture and team of the university as a whole at Kentucky. He's excited about coming here. He's ready to get started. I'm ready to see him play. BBN,
Well, I've seen him play.
Well, I'm talking about Kentucky. I've seen him play too. I want to see what he brings to the table there, but he's like, I'm on my way. Keep your head up, guys, and wash your hands. Wash your hands. There's his message from BBN. Another 5-star guy, undecided, from the Congo, Dominican Republic. 6'8", small forward, 210 pounds. Jonathan Kuminga, if I'm saying his name correctly.
I did read that.
He's on Instagram doing the John Wall dance.
Oh, yeah.
Like the announcement part.
Right.
But don't be surprised if you don't see him, if you don't make a decision, see him in Big Blue Madness.
Well, I think he already
did. Did he already go?
No, I mean, I'm saying with the dance.
Well, yeah, but I'm talking about actually being there.
Being there, right.
Not the quarantine Big Blue Madness. But his other offers he's gotten is Duke, Auburn, Florida State, and Georgia.
Wow.
SEC teams, and Kentucky's on there. So him doing that little dance, John Wall dance.
The intro.
Hey.
Right.
Could mean something. Then again, he couldn't just be bored, but hopefully. He's from Huntington Prep School, I believe in New Jersey, I think.
Okay.
But, love to see that dude. Deontay Allen had his surgery. He's coming back toward the end part of the season. I think he's going to get some playing time if the season had kept going. But he's back, and Cal's saying he is excited. What he's saying out of him, he's super excited to see this going on. So, and with all this going on with the virus spreading, Cal's, he's always ahead as far as recruiting.
Always.
So he goes, thank God I started early, or we start early, because if not, you won't be able to travel, go to these people's homes.
Correct.
Talk to these kids parents, and give them the whole spiel on why they should come to Kentucky, be a Wildcat, and play for him. So, and it's all about getting these players to buy into the system. Same with Chris Mack. He's doing the same thing.
Yeah.
Getting these guys. Yeah, that's what being a coach is. Not just leading, but you have to lead by example and say, hey, this is what you can do. This is what you can be. Do you want to do this?
Mm-hmm.
Do you want to be part of this?
Correct.
You know what I'm saying?
Well, yeah, it's like
So it's
like selling the program.
exactly, and you have to. You can't just sell to the. You got to sell to the parents too,
That's the first thing you guys.
because they're looking out for their kids, which as they should be, and it's not all about the money. It is. At the end of the day, it's about the money, but at the same time, it's like not just making them a better player, but making them a better person, a better man,
Mm-hmm.
preparing them for the world, not just basketball, college basketball, or professional if you decide to go there, but
Sure.
whatever you do next in life after college basketball. It prepares you for life and to be a better person, to be a good person. It's all tied in there together.
Well,
That's
that's
part of the plan. So
right.
if you got a coach who's looking out for your best interest, not just because you're in college and you're playing for him and making university money, making a name for yourself, but it's about your future. How are you going to look after college basketball? How are you going to handle things when you get out in the world?
Well,
Because you're kind of sheltered in college basketball. You got your team behind your university, and things are handed to you. You got good life. When all that's gone, or if you don't make it to the NBA, or if you do make it to the NBA, how are you going to handle yourself? What kind of person are you going to be? Are you going to be cynical and it could be an I guy, or are you going to be no I and team guy
Right.
and play together?
right.
Same thing with life. Life's a game in a sense. It's not a game, but it is.
Well, like you were saying, it's all about how you perform, right?
It is.
On and off the court, right? So
Right.
when you got these big name coaches, Hall of Fame coaches, and these big universities looking at you, bringing you in, talking to you, and all that. So it's like, how do you handle the pressure on the court? How do you handle the pressure off the court? Because you're associated with this university.
At Kentucky, the mic's in your face.
Well, not only that, but this is going to prep you in life
That's what I'm saying.
with the tough decisions. If you're under a microscope or not, like NBA superstars, or just a surgeon.
Yeah.
Like right now, there's a lot of surgeons that are dealing with a lot of pressure right now. So, yeah, when these coaches come in, it's selling the game plan, selling the university, and hey, how can you handle pressure?
Yeah.
So,
We was up the Kentucky game plan.
right. I agree.
Yeah. Anyways, moving on to you got any NBA news before we go to the NFL? The NFL right now is what's actually
Just a little bit NBA news.
Going up.
It could return in June, not 100% sure right now. There could be a non-fan charity game for the COVID-19.
yeah, but
I don't see that really happening unless you do the season.
there's some guys saying they were playing that, but then again, I watched SmackDown last night.
Oh, the
The
wrestling.
past
Yes.
2 weeks. The what?
The wrestling.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What else SmackDown would it be? Anyways, I watched that last night, and this is the second week I've watched it without fans.
How'd that go?
The first week it was like, that's stupid. This is so
I was
weird.
like, what?
Because Gronk was on there. Gronkowski.
Oh, okay. Wow.
He's gonna be the host of WrestleMania, and it's like it's so weird. You got the music, and it's like they're all talking to each other. It's like it's kind of like a walkthrough.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
It's
Yeah,
not a
that's
walk.
gotta
It's
be
not a walkthrough, but it seems like one because you do it when there's no fans around. It's like you're
Right.
practicing, but no,
right. That's weird.
it
It's gotta
was.
be weird.
It was. Yeah, but this
Uh.
second week,
right.
it didn't bother me. It didn't faze me.
Well,
Because I've gotten used to it that quick. It's just, like I said, that this whole pandemic has affected a lot of things.
right.
Sports is one of the biggest ones. Besides people's everyday lives,
Right.
sports.
It's that's what people look forward to. Sports
And
takes
it's
them
even-
away from the
It's
reality
harder.
of the world.
It's harder when you're trapped in your house, or you got to stay in your house. There's
Right.
no sports on. You got to go back and watch the past. Like the last Sunday, they had the Duke Kentucky game on where turnaround shot
Mr. Leitner?
Leitner, the
Okay.
Leitner game. It was on, And then the game before that, it was
Ugh.
Houston, NC State. Elijah Wan Drexler on the same team.
Yeah.
Well, the 83 championship game, that was on. And then the Duke Kentucky game came on after that, and it's like,
Oof.
okay, CBS, I see what you're doing. You know,
Right.
opening up old wounds for some people. But it was kind of refreshing to see because
Yeah.
we all remember this.
Some of us do.
You got
Yeah.
the young Patino over there,
Right.
all still
Okay.
dark hair, no gray. Yeah, it's
That's crazy.
yeah, but it's good to go back and watch it. I mean, I'm tempted to pull out the '93 playoffs, Jordan,
Oh,
the Bulls versus Barkley and the Suns.
that's a matchup.
I got all the games. I got all of them on disc, so I'm thinking about pulling that out and just reliving the
Going through.
moment for a minute. Then the Jazz
Oh, the Jazz.
Bulls,
Jazz Bulls. Yeah.
the last shot. That
Byron Russell.
yes,
Yeah.
that. I can watch. I got a choice between those two.
It's a lot of classic games, man.
I'm ready for this Bulls 72-10 documentary to come out.
Last
I
Dance.
cannot wait.
The Last Dance, ESPN.
You know how
Yeah.
sick it's going to be?
I can't wait.
You got Rodman being interviewed, Pippen, Jordan. You seen all this
Phil.
you see all this practice footage when Jordan's in their ass, chewing them out in practice.
Mm-hmm.
And they say he did that a lot.
I'm sure he did.
When you're on a level,
Of Michael Jordan. Yeah.
Kobe too, rest in peace.
Right.
These guys compete. It's in their DNA, it's in their blood. They can play all day, practice all day, and they strive for perfection. They step on the court, they want people to know,
Yeah.
you can't guard me, I'm better than you.
Yeah.
You're not going to beat me. You know, that's what they do. That's what they live for. It's in their DNA. But, yeah.
NFL, new CBA that was signed. They're going to extend the season to 17 regular games and only 3 preseason games. They're also extending the playoffs to 14 teams. And players will now not be suspended for marijuana violations.
Awesome.
So a lot of these guys rely on that after the games. So I understand that.
They need it because it's a way of calming down and decompressing. And
It's not about the high.
it's not, well,
It's about calming.
yeah,
right?
it's the
And
calming nature of it.
muscles and all that.
It relaxes your muscles, get your mind right. You know, you got these guys who got coaches screaming at them all day, and they got all this pressure of wanting to be superstars and be big and keeping that superstar status. You put up here, once again, you're under the microscope. People are looking at you, watching you every 5 minutes. Microphones in your face. You know,
Yeah.
It takes its toll. You signed up for it. You want to be a superstar as part of it, but
Sure.
on the field, you might be in your little slump. And, oh man, you know, I don't want to lose no endorsement deal. I want to keep my starting position, this and that. And then you got coaches yelling at you, the pressure's on. You come home, you got a spouse
Sure.
or
Kids,
wife, whatever, and they're in your face yelling at you. Boom. Domestic violence case. In a sense, I ain't saying this, I'm not condoning it, but sometimes that's what it leads to, pressure bust pipes.
Right.
So they got something they can put them in their element and ease their mind. I'm all for it, so be it.
Yeah, no, I
It should
agree.
be anyways. I mean, hockey, they're not tested.
No, they
Those guys are wild. You
Another
know,
level of wild.
Fighting
NHL.
savages.
They are.
Who was that they were saying? I was watching something. They were talking about one of the female reporters in the locker room interview them after the game. All them dudes standing there ass naked out of the shower, or just getting in the shower, and she's just standing there.
NHL?
Yes,
Yeah.
and it's like she just normal, like it's
It's just whatever.
like wow, like whole other level of hockey though, but whatever. All right, Patriot fans. Let's talk about that for a minute. We all know, old news, but Tom Brady signed his deal with Tampa Bay.
Yep.
He's a Buck now. Super Bowl's being held in the same city.
Yep.
He has a chance to create history. Get his team to the Super Bowl
At home.
at home. So, first off, was it Joe Montana that said, "Oh, they made a mistake." Was it Joe Montana?
Mm-hmm.
Said the Patriots made a mistake.
Mm-hmm.
Do you agree with that? And second part question:
Yes.
who's the winner? Who's the real winner here? Patriots
Or the Bucks.
It sounds stupid me saying winner as far as them losing Brady and that whole organization pretty much falling apart.
Yeah. How do I feel about it? I think the Bucks won. They upgraded the quarterback. I mean, you got a guy who's won 6 championships. I don't care if it's tainted or not, whatever. The dude still went out and played.
Yeah.
Bottom line, he
At
went out
his
and played.
age, too.
He's 41 years old. 20 years with the Patriots. 15 of those years in the playoffs. 12 of those years in the Super Bowl. 6 championships. Yeah, the Bucks won on this deal. The Patriots, they're looking for a starting quarterback. Could be trading for Andy Dalton, ex-Bengal. Or going to be an ex-Bengal.
Oh, he's leaving? They're getting...
Well, I mean, you're going to draft Joe Burrow, number 1 quarterback.
Didn't pay attention to that situation.
So, yeah, they're looking at Andy Dalton. We're looking at Cam Newton.
I was hoping you wouldn't say that because that was going to be another little section I was going to bring in. But
Sorry.
go ahead.
But, yeah, you got a coach like Bruce Arians down in Tampa. He'll make it all right. I promise.
Breaking news here, in a sense.
Sure.
Indiana was at 24 deaths. Now they're at 31.
Oh,
So
that's sad.
that's the newest corona information. Not to ruin anybody's day, but that's what's going on right now.
Okay.
Keep going.
Cam Newton, he's a free agent. It's first time in his career. Just like Brady, first time in his career.
Well, hold on before you get to Cam. What weapons we got with the Bucks? You know the weapons he had with the Patriots, but what's he got now?
You got O.J. Howard, tight end, and you got Josh Evans, who's a Pro Bowl 6'4", 230-pound receiver.
Okay.
They got a pretty good draft slot. I want to say about 18, so they can obviously draft another receiver or running back. There was a lot of talk about maybe Melvin Gordon that was going to maybe go in to Tampa, but he ended up signing with the Broncos. Still kind of questioned on that deal, but
Right.
yeah, I think the Bucks are going to be playoff bound.
Okay. So
I don't think the Patriots are.
what if they pick up Cam Newton? 'Cause you seen the video,
Of him working out.
and you seen last week. He's like, y'all gave up on me.
Mhm.
Y'all forcing to trade on me, whatever he was saying. And
Right.
now it showed a video, him working out. He's listening to gospel music.
Mm-hmm.
Good choice.
Sure.
Dude looks pissed.
Yeah, playing with a little
So
chip on the shoulder.
This is revenge season, and I've always liked Cam as a quarterback. I remember him at Auburn.
Mm-hmm. Championship. Yeah.
Yeah, and I remember
Right.
Bo Jackson being out there watching him. And what better person to have watching you?
I mean, Hall of Famer.
So Cam's coming back with a vengeance, right?
Mm-hmm.
Do you think the Patriots will go after him? Because I mean, he's had his little run-ins, media crap. But,
Right. Yeah.
And one of them I thought was complete bullshit with the whole thing of, oh, well, what do you know about running routes? What he said to the field. And he said, I don't think he said it as far as being a smart ass. It's like, oh, I'm just surprised. And when I hear a female talk, not that females can't talk sports, but if I hear a female say something about stats or something like, oh, that's a turn on.
It's a knowledge factor. Like, oh,
Right.
Right. Yeah.
Because some women don't like sports. Not all of them, but there's some that don't.
Right.
But then you come across somebody you don't even know, and they're just like, well, what do you know about running routes? He said in a sense of like, oh, tell me more.
Right.
That's the way I took it.
Yeah, that's the way I saw it.
But the media will destroy you. You can be a hero, or you can be a villain. That's what they'll make you. You got a choice.
What's the saying?
What?
Become a hero, stay...
Live long enough to see yourself become the villain.
There we go.
And I've done that.
I'm sure you have.
So, yeah. But for real,
Yeah, if the Patriots get old
because
Cam Newton,
the rumor was what you were saying earlier.
Yeah.
The Bears.
the Bears. But then the Bears made a lot of deals made a deal with Nick Foles, bringing him in as a backup to Trubisky, and a lot of rumors were that Trubisky was going to get cut.
Yeah.
He never did get cut. You know, and then the Chargers, there was a situation where they kind of thought that Cam might be going to, you know, to the Chargers since Philip Rivers left, went to the Colts. But
That's
now they're
another,
like, no, Tyrod Taylor is our starting quarterback.
Right.
We don't have room for Cam Newton, so it's kind of all pointing to the Patriots. I mean,
you could be right. You've been right as far as calling everything else, so I'm gonna give you that. But I don't know. Well, if not the Patriots, where else do you see him?
That's the thing. I really don't see him going anywhere else.
Nowhere. Not one. Not no other team. Not even a backup to somebody. Which I would hate to see him be a backup.
I don't think. No, I don't. I can tell you one thing: if this deal for the Dallas Cowboys and Dak Prescott doesn't work out,
Well,
he headed to Dallas.
Right. I was going to ask you about Dak's deal too.
He's signed the franchise tag for this next season, so he's locked up for a season. But they're still working out the long-term deal. I really don't see Cam going anywhere really, because he's a starter.
Yeah.
He has a starter ability. Just because he had these surgeries and all that stuff doesn't mean that he still can't come back and play. Look at Drew Brees.
Right.
He was with the Chargers. Tore his rotator cuff, right? Had the rotator cuff surgery. The Chargers were like, we're not going to really take a chance on that since that's your throwing shoulder. So we're going to trade you to New Orleans. Look how it's worked out for Drew Brees.
What about
12 years later?
Speaking of Brees, him and his wife donating the $5 million so the state of Louisiana during the coronavirus epidemic, so these kids can eat.
Yeah, $5 million he's giving up. Yeah.
You know, 10,000 meals a day. A lot of people are giving up, are helping out. Rihanna, she donated like $5 million. Anthony Davis, $250,000. Steph Curry, him and his wife are helping the Bay Area.
Yeah.
And keep in mind, folks, the schools here are still feeding the kids twice a day with school being out because that's the only meal some of these kids get.
Correct.
So I'm glad to see that going around. Back to NFL.
Yeah.
AJ Green.
Wide receiver, AJ Green.
I thought he would be gone. Franchise tag has been placed on that man.
Yeah. I thought he was going to be gone too, to be honest. I really did.
Because the injury factor, him coming back from injury, everybody was like, whoa, is he going to be the same? You know how it is. You come out, you're lightning fast, your rookie year. And
sure.
Everybody's...
In awe.
Right.
Yeah.
So now it's like, you know, is he going to be the same?
Right.
So do we keep him on the team or do we dump him? Because I think at one point they was looking to get rid of him. I think he was wanting to leave too.
Well, that's the thing. I think he was wanting to leave, but now there's a coaching change.
Right.
And now you got a new quarterback coming in. So you got to give that quarterback something to work with, right?
Yeah. I mean, I don't know. The Bengals situation has always been...
Yeah, it's always been...
Chuck Jones, you know this, right?
Good 1 year, horrible the next.
Yeah.
Good 1 year, horrible the next.
But they always have... They do all this trading and working on a defensive line, spending this money, and it gets hopeful.
Yeah.
It's real hopeful. And I always want to see him do good. I always root for him.
Right.
That's like...
Well, here we are, 8-8.
Yeah, and it's like, wow. Sue.
Dominican Sue signing back with the Bucks.
So that's another.
Well, he was with the Dolphins.
Right.
Was with the Bucks. Yeah.
Another weapon for.
Right.
Brady.
Well, a defensive lineman. Yeah, I mean, bring that much pressure and knowledge to the field on the defensive side of the ball. That's good.
What else we got in the NFL? Is that?
That's really. I mean. There's just so many signings. And
it's a lot of signings. A lot of Bridgewater.
Teddy Bridgewater, yeah. Former UVL guy. Hey, that guy.
Right.
Yeah, Carolina Panthers now. Now
they can't. We're friends, right?
Yeah, so that's awesome. That's awesome he got that deal, man. He deserves it.
Yeah.
3-year deal, $60+ million.
Well deserved.
Well deserved.
Another piece of news here, not pertaining to NFL, but Fred Curly Neal, the Harlem Globetrotters.
Oh yes.
Icon. I remember him
Curly.
as a kid growing up.
Yeah.
Passed away. People remember him with bald head and that big smile.
Gleaming smile.
Right.
Right.
Very charismatic.
Love the kids. Love the kids.
Yeah. Passed away outside of Houston, age of 77. I don't know what the cause of death was.
I don't either.
But,
I didn't see that. But yeah.
Tragic loss.
Yeah, to the basketball world.
I can't even say it.
Harlem Globetrotters.
Harlem Globetrotters.
Yeah.
I remember them on Scooby-Doo. Remember Scooby-Doo?
I remember
when they would
seeing
have
them.
I never got to see them.
I went once. I want to say I was like 10.
Yeah. How was it?
It was awesome.
Yeah.
It was Freedom Hall. If everybody.
And
Freedom
I've
Hall.
always tried to do the little whistle thing, the little song,
Oh, yeah,
but
yeah.
I just can't get it.
Can't get it
That
going.
and Andy Griffith theme song, I always try to whistle both of those. Like, it just pops up sometime, and I'm just like,
Another legend, right? Passed away.
yes. Let me pull him up. He was an ABA player.
Yeah,
Kentucky Colonels.
Right. I could not think of
Pull
that
him
one.
up here.
Kentucky Colonels.
Sorry, we're unorganized. We've been trapped in the basement. Les Hunter, two-time NBA All-Star.
Yeah.
Or ABA All-Star, I'm sorry. He passed away.
I know he had some surgeries
Yeah.
over this past year. I guess.
And we really need to get this NBH Louisville episode started.
Yeah, and we want everybody to support the NBA Louisville. It's going to bring in a lot of jobs. It's going to bring in the NBA
Yes.
talent and all that. I mean, we know
It's
the
going to
talent
bring
of
a lot
college
of
basketball.
business with these teams visiting,
Yeah.
all the stars coming into
Well,
town.
we got stars here at the universities. So
We do.
imagine these guys going from
We do.
U of L UK to the NBA.
Right. Bringing
Here?
Donovan Mitchell back in town for one.
Right. Well, yeah.
Anthony Davis.
All those guys.
Yeah.
Right.
LeBron.
Braun. But some things around town that's going on.
Not much. Everything's closed.
But your guy, Super Chef.
Yes.
Yeah. He's open. He's doing deliveries.
Like a lot of other places are, which is good.
Yeah. And he's also giving the free kids meal with every adult entree sold.
Yes.
So
Very, very good.
extending hours.
There's another restaurant that's doing that too. You get a free kids meal. Burger King, I think. You get they're giving away kids meals, 2 of them. They get to buy something. I seen the commercial called telling us, oh, that's pretty cool. So a lot of these restaurants are coming together to help. Like I said, the schools are feeding the kids. A lot of celebrities and people are coming together. Also, if you're in the restaurant industry or if you're just struggling, period, during this whole pandemic, there are numbers you can call. WLKY, you can go on their website. There's food banks, and they got most of them you can pull up. They load the stuff for you, put it into your car. Southeast Christian Church are giving away canned goods, gloves, masks, disinfectant. So you can pull up. They bring the stuff out to you. I seen on the news last night. So it's another resource. So utilize your resources if you're struggling, not getting paid, unemployment hasn't kicked in yet. There's places around town that are here to help. So
Also, the Lee Initiative, your boy, Chef Edward Lee,
yes,
and Chef Lindsay, they put together a relief program for restaurant workers who their restaurants that they work at had to be shut down.
right,
So they have no food. Because a lot of those people work, bring home food.
exactly.
So
I know I would.
Edward Lee, yeah, they're getting together for the Lee Initiative for restaurants that are closed, giving food.
When's that going down?
It's going on now.
Okay.
We're talking Louisville, Kentucky to Chicago to New York to California. Like any restaurant workers, get on the Lee Initiative site as far as Instagram and Twitter,
Okay.
and they'll give you the lowdown.
Anything else?
That is it.
Nothing at all.
That is it.
All right. This just about wraps it up. People, like I said, this is a time for us to come together, strength in numbers, unity.
Yeah.
We'll get through it. It's going to be tough. Wash your hands.
Yep.
Sanitize. If you wear a mask, wear your mask. Stay 6 feet from people, which I know it's like a hypocrite because we're too close. But follow the guidelines.
Mm-hmm.
Listen to what CDC says, but don't get too wrapped up in the media. And don't let it bug you to death. Read a book. Go out and walk. Exercise indoors.
Watch some classic games.
Watch some classic games. Go through stuff in your house that needs to be cleaned out. You know, who knows what you'll find. I know I found a lot of stuff I hadn't seen in forever. So I've been super busy. You know, find a hobby.
Yeah, make one.
Yeah. Crochet.
Crochet.
I mean, a lot of people knit and crochet, and I mean, find something to do. There's lots you can do. Just stay indoors.
Stay focused. Stay indoors.
Yeah, stay focused. Stay indoors. But just try to keep a clear head. Like I said, we'll get through this. Listen to our podcast. We got old shows on YouTube.
We got some stars. We got some stars coming.
And you got
oh yes.
Yeah, the links.
All of our links. Don't forget to follow, please, and share. Instagram at the _KY_game plan. Facebook at the KY Game Plan. Twitter also at the KY Game Plan. Folks, share the show. Share it with your friends, your kids, the neighbor across the street that you don't like, just to put him through some torture.
Yeah, you could then tell them we're going to post this after it's all edited and all, so you'll be able to see my big head and his.
Yeah.
So instead of listening, you'll be able to actually see us talking. So I hope y'all enjoyed the show. Stay safe.
Yep.
Like I said, follow the guidelines, and we'll get through it all.
Yep. Well, I'm Adrian Smith.
And I'm Mac Black, and thank you guys for tuning in to the Kentucky Game